welcome to Gospel Piano Lessons for Beginners. This is Year 2, Lesson 39, and tonight we're going to be continuing to do the key of E. We're going to be looking at how to make the different types of seventh chords, and we're going to be applying those into two brand new songs. We're going to be doing God of the Mountain and Greater Things. So those two songs we're going to learn how to apply our seventh chords in the key of E. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and like this video. We are live every Friday in this series. I think we have over 100 hours of free lessons in order so far. So if you're new with us, go back in the archives. They are all in a nice playlist starting right from what are the white notes on the piano, and it goes all the way through. If you haven't done so already, be sure to jump over onto our website so that you can download your free resources for tonight. These are under free resources. You can see here Year 2 Lesson 39. This is the handout we're going to be using tonight, as well as all the ones from before. And we also have some indexes and some little handy toolkits and things like that. All of these are free, and you can download them and follow along with our lesson tonight. If you're watching live, be sure to say hi. I see Rebecca and J. Marie already on the live tonight. So hi guys, come on in. If you have any questions along the way, the benefit of being on the live stream is you can ask questions and I will answer them. If you're watching on the replay, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them in the next live. All right, let's jump right in tonight. We're going to be doing, like I said, seventh chords in the key of E. We're going to start with our E major scale. Just review that. That is the basis for everything we do. So we're going to start with E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. And again, a couple of lessons ago we had some exercises so you can practice with all your different scales so you get really comfortable with that scale. Now tonight we're talking about what is a seventh chord, and if you've been with us since year 1, you know we went over this many times already. So we've got our little patterns here for dominant seventh, minor seventh, and major seventh. If you need a deep dive on these lessons, I have a full 1-hour lesson on each one of these types of seventh chords back in year 1, and you can find those in the index. But for tonight, we're going to talk about some of the common ones you're going to see in the key of E. So dominant seventh chord, you can see here, we have, it's a major chord, and then we add an extra one on top, okay? So the one that we use most often in the key of E is actually going to be B7. Okay, this is the 5th note of our scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B. And if we make that a seventh chord, we're going to see that a lot, probably the most common seventh chord in the key of E. So dominant seventh chord shows up in your chord chart just with the letter and then the number 7, as you can see here, B7. So we're going to find our B, count up 4 half steps, 3 half steps. That gives us our major chord. And then we keep going to 3 more half steps. Okay, and that's going to give us our B7. This is your 7. Okay, so B, D sharp, F sharp, and A. Now, there is an easier way to do that if instead of counting up all the half steps. If you know your major chord, just play your major chord first, so B7 or B. Find your root, which is B, and then go down 2 half steps. You can see the A ends up down here instead of at the top, but it's still the same chord, it's just rearranged. Okay, so the easy way to remember dominant seventh chord or a regular 7 is just play your regular major chord, find your root, go down 2 half steps, and then you've got B7. Okay, so we're going to use that one a lot tonight. And then we're also going to talk about our minor seventh chords. I see Jessica's come on in, Sherman, Marilyn, Orkney. Oh, a few people I haven't seen in a while. Hi guys, welcome to the live. Summer's coming, schedules are changing. I'm glad to see you guys made it to the live tonight. All right, now minor seventh chord. Basically, we can make any of our minor chords a minor 7, as you guys know. So the one we're going to use the most is probably going to be C sharp minor 7. That's the 6th note of our scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that's the minor we use the most in any song, usually. So C sharp minor 7 follows the same rule as a dominant 7th. The only difference is we start with a minor chord first. So we start with our C sharp minor, and then you count up 3 half steps. Okay, So let's do it step by step. So C sharp, to make a minor chord, we go up 3, then 4, and that's our minor chord. To make it a minor 7, we keep going up 3 more half steps. Okay, and you can see those notes there, C sharp, E, G sharp, and B. Or you can do the shortcut where you play your minor chord first, find your root, and go down 2. Go down 2 half steps, okay? So the dominant 7th and the minor 7, remember, follow the same rules. To add the 7, you just go down 2 half steps from your root. Okay, so again, if you need a bigger, deeper depth practice on these, go back to year 1. There's a 1-hour lesson on each one of these types of chords. And the third one we have, and I don't think we have any tonight, but I put it in there just so you guys have it, is the major 7th chord. Now this one's more of a jazzy sound. This one often happens on the 4th note of the scale. So E, F, G, A. Okay, so A, it says M-A-J-7. So that means we're going to find an A major chord. But our 7 is only going to be 1 half step down. Okay, so if we wanted to play A dominant 7th, we would take our A, go down 2 half steps, like that. But if we want to make it a major 7th, we're only going to take our A and go 1 half step down. See how it sounds really jazzy. Okay, and the long way to do that is written here. So A, go up 4 half steps, 3 half steps, and then 4. That's how you find all your individual notes for that chord. Okay, so that's our 7th chords. Again, go back to your 1 if you need more practice on what those are and what the difference are, but you can see that I've written them down there for you. Our first song tonight is God of the Mountain. This is a great one. It's a little bit slow, so you can practice adding in these 7s to our song. So in case you haven't heard it, I'll just run through the verse and the chorus. Then we're going to break it down step by step, and you can see here we have some B7s we're going to be adding. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. So it's kind of a country song, the one I heard anyway. I'm sure there's different options, but the chords themselves are pretty easy. It's in groups of 4. There's little ones here and there. But we're going to start with our right hand. So all of our 7s is on our right hand. Left hand just plays the root. We're going to start with the verse 1, E. Okay, and if you have your inversion chart, get that out. That's from year 2, lesson 37, where we wrote the easiest ways to get from one chord to the next. So we'll start with E, root position. Life is easy. And then we're going to go up to our A just for 1 beat. Okay, so E, A, and C sharp. Just do that 1 time when you're up on the, back to the E, mountain, and you've got peace of mind. All right, so B7. So play your B like you would in root or in your inversion chart. So D sharp, F sharp, and B. But to add the 7, we're in an inversion, but we're still gonna find our root. So B is up here, our root is up there. Go down 2 half steps. A. So if we add the A, that's what makes it B7. So this is B, this is B7. Okay, and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. Back to E, and then it repeats itself. But 1A, things change. We're just going back and forth, and you're down in the valley. And then we have our B7, don't lose faith, for you're never alone. Okay, so you can see why I picked this one. It's very simple to get in that B7, which you're going to play a lot in the key of E. Then we're going to go up to the chorus. The first slash is an E coming from the bottom of the verse. So this E continues, E, 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 and this slash is an E. For the God on the mountain. So again, really simple. Up to the A, follow your chart. Mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, B7. So D sharp, F sharp, A, and B. Wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times. This is all repeating again. Is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. All right, I was easy on this one because the next one's not so easy. So really simple. We only have 1 7. It's the B7. Okay. Now I'm going to show you we can add in some walk-ups and things that we learned last week in class. But let's start with just the straight, what we see on the page, and we'll go through it. Should be pretty simple for you guys. I see we have a couple more coming in. Juanita, Walter, hi guys. Come on in. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. So just straight. But things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God in the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God in the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. So hopefully that part is easy. Okay, I picked a very simple one. We only have 3 chords. We have our E, our A, and our B7. Now, if you want to take this to the next level, we can easily add in some walk-ups and walk-downs. We know the rule for walk-ups. We have, you guys can see that. Okay. So walk-ups, we can go 1 to 4, or we can go 5 to 1. So 1 to 4, that's going to be E going to the A, and our 5-1 is going to be B going to the E. So you guys can see in our song here, we have lots of those. Okay, so let's see if I can highlight this. Life is easy. Yeah. Let's make that yellow. See if I can change that. There we go. Can we make it brighter? Perfect. Okay, so E going to A. We could add a walk-up. Life is easy. Life is easy. Could we? Technically, we could. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain. We only have 3 beats there, so it's a little bit of an awkward one. But technically, we could. But there is one that's really, really good one. It's right down here on the E. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain, for you're ever alone. For the God on the mountain. Okay, so that would be right here. You've got, we'd go E, F sharp, G sharp. And then our last one is up here. Remember, it completes the pattern. Or actually, no, we'll leave our G sharp for over here. And we'll do this one as a G. There we go. So that's on the word alone. And then this slash right here, which brings us into the chorus. So that one, actually going to get rid of this one because that's kind of an awkward one. But this one is a really good one. Don't lose faith, for you're never a 1, 2, 3, for the God on the mountain. And you could even double it. For you're never alone, for the God on the mountain. Okay? And you can hear I'm kind of making them uneven because if we try to do them 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in this song, it's not going to match. Don't lose faith, for you're never a 1 and 2 and 3 for the God on the mountain. It's just the style of the song. They call it, it's swung. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. So when you can do your walk-ups, you could do that. Dun, 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 dun. So E, F sharp, G, gives it that like country feel. Okay, so it's a little bonus. You guys can try that today. God of the day, there's still good day, there's still God in the night. You could add one there too. That would be right here. There's another, that's a 5-1. So you could kind of figure out, where do I want to put that? Another day, it's still God in the night. Okay, so you could add, it's still God in the night. So I'm just, you know, dun, 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 trying that rhythm again. Okay, so that's a couple ways you could add your walk-ups in there. Okay, and that would be really fun. The other thing you can add in is your bounce. So every time you go to switch chords, add in a little bounce. Like right here. And then you would add, if there's only one, don't worry about it. But like here, we've got a whole bunch of E's and then a B. So life is easy, bounce when you're up on, actually, it's slow enough. You could probably even do it here. I know I do it, but I just want to make sure it's something simple. So life is easy, bounce A, up on bounce E, mountain, and you've got peace of mind, like you've never known. So all I'm doing is every time I'm about to get to a new chord is I hit my left hand again. So life is easy, bounce A, up on bounce E, mountain, and you've got bounce mind, okay? And again, if you need some help on the bounce, if you're just joining us, go back to year 1, lesson 18. And this is a really important one. If you add in your bounce, it brings your playing up to the next level. And it's very easy, and it sounds so good. So that's definitely the first one I would suggest if you're looking for a left-hand pattern. It's very simple, but it elevates your playing really quickly. Okay, so let's try it with the walk-ups and the bounce. And then we're going to jump into our harder song tonight. Don't want to give us lots of time for that in case we have questions. But this is what it's going to sound like. Life is easy when you're up on the... Sorry, I'm trying to count for you guys. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. So, nice little country style song. Simple, you know, you don't have to add all that in. You can just practice your B7, practice your E inversions, because we got lots of black keys now. All right, so that's God of the Mountain, and now we're going to jump down to Greater Things. Now, this song, story time, this song, when I first learned it, was the bane of my existence. Someone had requested it, and I was on the set for that day, and I had never heard it before. I looked up the chord chart for it, and it was just super overwhelming, like sharps everywhere, and I never play an E. You guys, I've told you that before, like, unless I'm doing something like this where I'm playing for someone and they've requested it, just in my own playing, I never play in the key of E. So it was really overwhelming. There's a lot of rhythm. So when I saw we were in the key of E, I said, I have to pick this song. So what I've done is I've simplified it a lot so that you guys can feel like you can play it. So if you want to play it in church and you Google it, it looks crazy, okay? So we've really simplified it. This is a newer song. We've had quite a few requests come through saying, like, can you do some newer stuff by, you know, such and such artists? So this is one of the newer ones that have come out in the last probably 10 years. I'm not sure when exactly, but it's quite new. But yeah, and it's got a very upbeat sound, okay? So I'm just going to play through a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like. Definitely YouTube it, because when you hear it with all the band and everything, it's pretty cool. But renew, restore, revive your church and make us whole. tune, but you guys get the idea. And then we go to the chorus. The mountains stand before us, the weapons form against us. We're standing on your promise. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things. We know that you are willing. We've seen that you are able. Oh God, release your favor. We believe in you, Lord, for greater things. And then the bridge. Foundations are shaking and every curse is breaking. Strongholds are falling and greater things are coming. So you can see it's very much like okay, really fun. And again, this is a simplified version. Okay, so even though it might look like there's a lot happening, there's a lot of repetition. I made sure I simplify it to chords that we know, and then we'll do with the straight rhythm, it will sound good. If you are looking for the next level, again, just a reminder, we do have our premium program coming soon. We are working so hard on getting everything ready over on thegospelmethod.com. You can see here we have our free membership, which is what you guys are using right now. And coming soon, hopefully this summer, end of summer, soon, we're going to have our premium membership. And that's going to be a small monthly fee where you can get extra video lessons. And we'll have video lessons, printouts, just like this, but the next level. Okay? So there'll be lots of goodies in there. And that will be opening very soon, over the summer at some point, and this will be one of the songs that's in there. Okay, so we'll have the big chord chart with a video explaining how to get all the extra rhythms. Okay, but for tonight we are going to take this step by step. That's why I made sure we had lots of time at the end so we could take a look. Okay, so we're starting with verse 1. Renew is a slash chord, so we have E on the right hand, G sharp on the left hand. Okay, and for this one, we are the rhythm section. So sometimes we're playing walking bass lines, sometimes we're playing the little fills and the twinkles and all that stuff. This one, we are rhythm. Okay, so we want to keep a steady beat, and then the singers are doing most of the other work. So we're going to go renew, and you can even use both hands for all the slashes for this song. Renew, restore. Okay, if you do hold it, it just sounds like this. Renew, which is fine. And then we go to our B. Restore. Only 4, so that's good. We're groups of 2, groups of 4. Although it's fast, at least, it's got a steady beat. Then we're going to do our C sharp minor. So follow your inversion chart. You'll have E, G sharp, and C sharp. To make it a 7, doesn't matter that there's black keys. Don't panic. Find your root, which is C sharp. Go down 2 half steps to the B, and that's your C sharp minor 7. Okay, so we've got C sharp minor 7 for 4 beats. Revive your church, and then we go to our A, which is almost the same. We keep our thumb, we keep our pinky, we just move our middle finger to the A. So again, if you look at your inversion chart, you'll see we find the easiest ways to get between chords so that we're not jumping around. And make us, and then up to the B. Okay, that's the verse. We're just going to repeat it over and over. So let's try it again, a little bit slower. Renew, restore, revive your church and make us whole. Okay, repeat it. Different words. Ignite, transform, take us to a place we've never been before. Okay, so looks scary, but it's not. It's just the same thing twice. We're going to go straight into the pre-chorus. Okay, we stay on the B. You've done up to the C sharp minor 7. We already know that. E, G sharp, B, and C sharp. The impossible. Down to our A. So you can see here, a lot of the chords are connected in the same way. So in our verse, we went from B to C sharp minor. We did the same thing in the pre-chorus. From C sharp minor, we went to A in the verse. We're doing the same thing. So just move your middle finger down to A. We've seen our mountains move before. Up to the B again. So this technically is the same as the verse. So you can see we have B, C sharp minor, A, and B. That's just what we played in the pre-chorus. The thing with these types of songs that makes it sound different is that you're putting the chords in different places that are unexpected. So you can see on the verse, we had our strong beat, our first chord, right? E over G sharp on the renew, not on re, right? It wasn't at the beginning of the word. It was on the second half of the word. It's unexpected. Renew, renew. That's our strong beat. We've already started singing. Restore, another heavy beat on the end of the word instead of the beginning of the word. If you go back up to our song we did up there, I didn't even check it, but I can say with almost certainly all the chords. Let's go look. The chords, yeah. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain. All the strong beats fall on the beginning of words, places that make sense. Okay? So that's why this song feels strange. It feels like, how do I but that's what makes it sound so modern and new, okay? Is that they're putting it where it's unexpected. So you can see here on the pre-chorus we have be, but the word you doesn't happen until the slash. So be, you've done the impossible, right? So the strong beats again are falling on a word that isn't even a word. There's nothing there. So it makes it feel different. But technically, as a piano player, you are playing exactly the same as what's up at the verse. It's just that the accents are falling in different places on the words. Okay? So let's go back to our pre-chorus. You've done the impossible. Back to A. You've seen our mountains move before. We're going to repeat the same thing. B, your word, C sharp minor, is unstoppable. Now here, we're going to change the ending. So F sharp minor 7, looks terrifying, but we're just going to play F sharp minor, which is on your inversion chart, F sharp, A, and C sharp. To make it a 7, find your root, which is F, go down 2 half steps, and we're adding our E to that chord. Now it is an F sharp minor 7. And again, this one falls before the word, so with expectation. Okay? F sharp minor, and then you sing the word. With expectation we declare. And apologies for the melody. This is not in the key that I would sing it in. Just so you get the idea of where we are. Okay? So F sharp minor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor again. 2. E over G sharp for 2 beats we declare. And normally when we're playing a normal song, like one that's expected, is you always have everything in groups of 4. Now look at this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. But then we get to the end here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Really? Like one beat. And then we move to something else. So again, it gives it that like, feels like we're always moving. It's exciting. It's jumping to the next thing. Okay? So as a piano player, you'd want to, put a little star by that or something, right? Because it's like your brain is going to want to play 4 beats, but you only get 1. So we're going to play 1 B, declare, and we're going to jump right up to the chorus for 1 E. Though mountains, and then we kind of get back on a track here. So you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? So once you get to this A, you can kind of like, whew, it's a little bit of a break. So let's practice that pre-chorus ending. So F sharp minor 7. With expectation we declare, though mountains, okay? And then so once you get to that, though mountains, we're going to be playing a repeating pattern. Okay, so we're going to play 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C sharp minor 7s, E. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that a few times. Okay, so let's go through. So though mountains, 2 A's, just in our regular position from our inversion chart. Stand B, 2 B's, normal inversion chart. And then up to C sharp minor 7, which we talked about. E, G sharp, B, and C sharp. Before us. Back to E, root position, and just repeat it. The weapons form against us. Oops. We're standing on your promise. Okay, so we repeat that 3 times. And then they change the 4th line. It's a little bit different again. So back to B. We're believing you, Lord. So B, 2, E, root position 2, and then our F sharp minor 7. E, F sharp, A, C sharp. And again, if you're just starting and you want to get this song going, and you're trying to learn it for a service, you can drop the 7s. You don't need them. I'm just putting them in so that you can practice 7s. Lord, for greater things. Now here, look, it repeats itself. E, we know. A, that you be our C sharp willing. And it just repeats again. We've seen that you are able. Same as the beginning of the chorus. Oh God, release your favor. So this section of the chorus here is just going to repeat itself down here, but with different words. Okay, so same as the verse. So we learned this part, it just repeats itself. We learned this part, it repeats itself. Okay? I don't think there's anything else funny in there. Okay, and then for the ending. Okay, so let's say we're at the end of the chorus here. So B, we believe. Oh, let me do the inversion you guys know, sorry. We're believing you, Lord, Lord, for greater things. Now, if you go Google it on YouTube, you're going to see there's interludes, there's intermissions, there's solos, there's all this stuff. But if you're just wanting to play it in church, you know me, I try to break it down the easiest way. So what I did is I just made this E into a group of 4. Okay? So let's say you want to go back to verse 1. Okay? It's just reminding you this is one beat. This completes the group of 4. So if you wanted to go to the verse again, you can check here. We have one beat, kind of lonely beat by himself. So you would only need to go 1, 2, 3 here, and then you would jump over, and number 4 is up here. Okay, so let's try that. Sorry. We're believing you, Lord, for greater. 1, 2, 3. Renew, restore, right? And then it completes the loop of 4. Why 4, Christine? Because our time signature is 4, 4. Okay? So everything is in groups of 2 or groups of 4. Sometimes 2, but usually 4. Okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then this would be 4. Now, what if you want to go back to the chorus? Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So you'd only need 3 at the bottom here too. So we'd go like this. This is the end of the chorus. We're believing. Oh, sorry. I keep doing it in versions the way I do it. I'll follow the chart. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things. 2, 3, though mountains. But I think, actually, I'm trying to think in the actual one they do. They chop it up even more, actually. I think they don't even have the slashes. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things, though mountains stand before us. I think that's what they do. So they actually just play this one E and then they jump right back up to the chorus. So like I said, it's unexpected. So they're sometimes not even doing 4 beats there, which really makes it unexpected. But that's just their wiggle room. Play with it, what feels natural to you and your singers. Just make sure everybody knows where you're going, okay? Because I know some churches, they actually copy exactly, like they'll find a YouTube video, they listen, they count it out exactly. And then some people, they just learn the chorus themselves and figure out what feels natural, okay? So that's what those slashes are there for. You could go and find the whole interlude, right? Like if you wanted to listen to what the guitar guy's doing, you could. But this is a simple version. So the reason I put 4 is because we will probably want to go to the bridge. And the bridge starts with beat 1, which means we need to complete the circle. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and then jump to the bridge. So end of the chorus. Sorry. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things. Oopsie. Foundations are shaking. Say. So we're going greater. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp minor. Foundations are shaking. So for that one, I did all 4. I did the E and 3 slashes, which gave me enough to finish my loop and go into the bridge. Okay, so let's try that one more time, nice and slow. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things. Slash, slash, slash. Foundations are shaking. Okay, So let's go through the bridge. C sharp minor 7 gets us started. And again, we play first, then sing. You can see I have a space there. So, foundations, are shaking, and every curse is breaking. Repeat. Strongholds, that one has 2. So C sharp minor slash, strongholds. Okay, even more unexpected. Strongholds are falling, and greater things are coming. And then you could repeat that. Foundations, as many times as you want, are shaking, and every curse is breaking. Strongholds are falling, and greater things are coming. Now, we could have a huge interlude. And then we could go back to the chorus. Or we could end on the bridge, right? Like I said, we're not doing how it says on YouTube. We are just figuring out the pieces and putting it together how we like. Here's an easy way to get back to the chorus. Play 9 beats of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? So I just gave, so this is a group of 4. A group of 4. And then 1. Jump to the chorus. So it gives that same feeling as we had over here on the pre-chorus. With expectations we declare, and then we jump up. Okay, so this is not what's in the YouTube. This is just an easy way if you're a beginner and you want to play the song. So the last line of the bridge, and greater things are coming. B, B, B. Dun, 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 dun. I can't see it, but you get the idea. Jump back up to the chorus. Okay, so lots of different things here. Like I said, I've given you the pieces, right? Okay, so you don't need to worry about doing it exactly like they do, although this gives you most of what you need. If you do play by ear, you could definitely go listen to the YouTube video. It's in the same key. I've just simplified it way down. All right, I see you guys have been chatting while I've been chatting to myself here. Jane Marie, I'm so excited about this song. Greater Things is such a fun song to worship to. That's great. I'm glad you have a good experience with this song. To me, it is just my arch nemesis, but it sounds like a fun song. Ruth is here. Francine is here. All right, guys. So let's go through nice and slow. And again, this is the simplified version. If you guys want the big version, it's going to be on the premium membership. And if you're in our private classes on Zoom, we're actually going to be doing this in July together. You guys will get that PDF in a couple of weeks. And we'll be doing that together. Okay, so let's go through all the pieces slowly. Practicing the transitions. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I know it's a bit chunky. There's a lot into it. There's a lot of pieces. But hopefully that counting made sense. Okay, so intro, instrumental of the chorus. What? So in the YouTube video, I just took a peek just to see what they do. They play the whole chorus and then they jump into the verse. So they would go. So they play one E, I'm humming along, that's things, and then they jump right in. Okay, so, or no, where are we? For a greater thing, renew, and they start singing. Star. Okay, so that's what that means. They play the whole thing, and of course, do you have to do that? No, you don't. You could do a simple, an easy instrumental or intro for any song is 1, 5, 1. I don't think I've ever told you guys that, but the easiest way to intro a song, if your singers know where you're going, is just play the 1, which is E. Do that for 4 beats. Do the 5, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. That's the B chord. B, 1. And then do that. Hold it as long as you need to get into the group of 4. So you could go E, B, E. 1, 2, 3. Renew, restore, right? Technically, you could do that. So let me just write that down for you guys. So all I did there is I went E, B, E, and then I did an extra E so that it does the same pattern that they have. Okay, so let's try that. So E. Actually, let's do 1, 2, 3, renew. Actually, we're gonna add another one here. 1, 2, 3, renew. Yeah, let's do that. So you can see I didn't prep any of this. This is just what I would do in real life. I'm like, oh wow, you know, the band can't play that whole thing without falling apart. We haven't even started the song yet. Let's make it easier. So E, B, E, 1, 2, 3, renew, restore. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to go slow. Revive your church and make us whole. Ignite, transform. Take us to the place we've never seen before. Pre-chorus. You've done the impossible. We've seen our mountains move before. Your word is unstoppable. With expectation we declare, though mountains stand before us, though weapons form against us, we're standing on your promise. We're believing you, Lord, for greater things. We know that you are willing. We've seen that you are able. Oh God, release your favor. We're believing you, Lord, for greater. Go to the bridge. Sorry, scroll. Foundations are shaking, and every curse is breaking. Strongholds are falling, and greater things are coming. And I'm going to do that going to the chorus thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Though mountains stand before us, though weapons form against us. So much fun. Okay, so all the pieces are there, no panicking. The whole point of this was to practice your C sharp minor and your F sharp minor. But I thought I would give us something a little bit different because we've been doing some traditional songs the last couple weeks. So this will give you something to do for the next 2 weeks, as we're going to be closed coming up here. The school will be closed. There'll be no live stream on the gospel method as well this a week from today. We're going to be getting ready for summer, and we've got some things planned this week at the school. So, yeah, this will give you lots to work on for the next 2 weeks. And then our next class on the live will be July the 5th. We'll be back. I believe a lot of our American friends have a holiday on the 4th. Our Canadian friends have holidays on the 1st. So if you're able to make it, July 5th, we'll be talking about suspended chords and diminished chords in the key of E. And we'll be finishing up the E unit. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Jay Marie says, I'll probably become my arch nemesis when it will probably become my arch nemesis when we tackle it in July. Yes, Jay Marie. I don't know why I did this to myself. I legit picked this song. It's just, but I like to be real. You know, I like to show you guys everything isn't perfect. Nobody knows everything. And for whatever reason, this song, my brain just doesn't get it. It feels very unnatural. So I wanted to attack it and show you guys how I break it down to make it manageable. So on those of you in the Zoom lessons, okay, in July, we'll go through the big one together. And those of you who would like the premium membership, that video will be up so you can watch it and see the full thing. It's got syncopated rhythms, which we haven't talked about. It's got slash chords. It's got 7 chords. It's got funky rhythms. It's really fun, but it's different, okay? And we're definitely going to chew it up little bit by little bit. Anyway, that's what we've got for tonight. 7th chords in the key of E. If you haven't done so, be sure to check out the recitals that went up last weekend. We've got lots of people saying they really, really enjoyed it. They're inspired. There are 4 recitals in total. If you'd like to watch them, they're totally free. There is a gospel hour with adults, most of them from here, those of you who took your lessons to the next level. So there's a whole gospel hour of adults. There's a gospel kids hour of our children's students who are doing these chording and the church music. And then there's 2 classical recitals over on our other channel, Canada Music Lessons, with the classical students, children and adults, full concerts you guys can watch over there. Again, we're closed next week. We'll be back in July 5th to finish up the key of E. So have a wonderful night, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Good night!